new $6 billion aid package from the U.S. will send more Patriot air defense missiles to Ukraine. AP Washington correspondent Sagar Meghani reports.
The Pentagon says the missiles will replenish Patriot systems Ukraine's already received. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin's announcement came after a meeting of the coalition that's been helping Kyiv get aid. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky had told the group his nation urgently needs not just Patriot missiles, but actual systems.
This is what can and should save lives right now.
Austin did not commit to sending more systems from the U.S.
I would caution us all in terms of making Patriot the silver bullet,
saying Ukraine needs other air defense systems and interceptors too. Sagar Meghani at the White House.
Egypt has sent a high-level delegation to Israel with the hope of brokering a ceasefire agreement with Hamas in Gaza. At the same time, Egypt warned that a possible Israeli offensive focused on the southern city of Rafah on the border with Egypt could have catastrophic consequences to region stability. As the war drags on and casualties mount, there is growing international pressure for Hamas and Israel to reach an agreement on a ceasefire. Friday's ceasefire talks were to focus on a limited exchange of hostages held by Hamas for Palestinian prisoners and the return of a significant number of displaced Palestinians to northern Gaza. Flooding and heavy rains in Kenya have killed at least 70 people since mid-March, according to a government spokesperson, twice as many as were reported earlier this week. The East African country has seen weeks of heavy rains and severe flooding in Kenya's capital, Nairobi, as well as in the country's western and central regions. You'll find expanded coverage of world news and events at our website, voanews.com, 24 hours a day. This is VOA News. Former National Enquirer publisher David Pecker testified at Donald Trump's criminal trial on Thursday that he wrangled with Trump and his former lawyer ahead of the 2016 election over who should buy the silence of women who said they had sexual encounters with him. Reuters correspondent Rachel Faber reports.
Pecker talked about how the National Enquirer paid to buy Karen McDougal's story but didn't publish it, a practice known as catch and kill, which is considered unethical by mainstream journalism outlets. Pecker also said he alerted Trump's former lawyer Michael Cohen when he heard that porn star Stormy Daniels was looking to sell her story of a 2006 sexual encounter with Trump for $120,000 in the weeks before the election. He said Cohen pressed him to buy Daniels' story, but testified that he didn't want to be involved with a porn star. Trump faces 34 counts of falsifying business records to conceal his reimbursement to Cohen for the hush money payment and has pleaded not guilty.
Reuters correspondent Rachel Faber. The flame that will burn at the Paris Olympics has been formally handed over to French organizers. The ceremony on Friday was held in the all-marble stadium where the first modern games were held in Athens in 1896. The flame will depart for the southern French city of Marseille on Saturday on a 19th century French sailing ship to make landfall 12 days later after a journey across the Mediterranean Sea. The flame was kindled on April 16th at Olympia in southern Greece, where the ancient games were held for more than 1,000 years. The Paris Games open on July 26th. U.S. lawmakers this week gave social media video app TikTok's Chinese owner ByteDance until mid-January to divest the social network or face a nationwide ban, but the company may have another idea. Reuters correspondent Julian Satterwhite reports.
Reuters sources say the company will shut TikTok down in the U.S. rather than sell it. That's because the algorithm that powers the app is seen as ByteDance's most valuable asset. It drives other platforms owned by the firm, and sources say it's seen as more advanced than products from rivals like Tencent. Separating it from TikTok as part of any sale looks to be legally and technically all but impossible. Instead, ByteDance could just shut the app down in the US and live without its 170 million users there. Late Thursday, the company would only say that it had no plan to sell TikTok.
Julian Satterwhite from Reuters. It's been only a day since the Transitional Presidential Council was installed in Haiti, and the list of demands on its members is rapidly growing. Now that the Caribbean nation has new leaders, they're under pressure to produce quick results despite a deep-seated crisis that has been years in the making. More than 2,500 people were killed or injured from January to March alone, and more than 90,000 have fled the capital of Port-au-Prince so far this year.
Thank you for watching. Can you do me a favor? Please leave a comment in the comments section below. That would really help. Thank you, and see you again soon.